What's up, guys? In today's video, we're going to talk about top crypto to buy in July 2024. At the very least, put on your watch list. I don't know how many crypto I'm going to put on this list, but right now we're seeing flash deals. I've been saying it, we're going to see a red crypto summer. A lot of people get off work, they get off school, they're going to the beaches, going on vacations, they're going to the bars, the malls, they're shopping. And guess what's the first thing to go? Their assets, their investments, their crypto, the ones that are dooming them, the ones that are wrecking their portfolios. So I guarantee if you pay attention to this video and you come back in a couple months, you're going to be so glad that you took advantage and bought these discounts. There's so many discounts that even though I pretty much am done buying, I am even tempted to buy some more. That's how good these discounts are. And, it's going to be a random list, nothing in particular order, but we're going to bring up CoinMarketCap. And I want to show you guys exactly what people are going to be missing in a few months' time. Because, again, right now we're in neutral zone. We can even argue and say this is in fear because it's not in the, halfway mark. So let's kick it off. I always like kicking it off with number one, Casper, because Casper is just, even though it's up despite the rest of the market, this is still a very good discount. I'm not going to give a very broad description, by the way. Just give you guys some pointers why I'm very bullish. First bull cycle, proof of work layer 1, fair launch, barely any dumping, just announced smart contracts, KRC20s in full development mode, migrating their code to Rust, which is very bullish, developer haven, they're going to want to use it, and also very little inflation, 16% to be exact. They're going to have their full supply out by 2037, which is much sooner than Bitcoin, and the risk of being dumped on is very minimal. So it's a very safe play. It's a hedge, and also a very strong, fundamentally sound play that I think is going to net some pretty damn good multipliers in this cycle and next cycle. Let's move on to number 2. And by the way, if you guys want to reach out to me, talk to me, be a part of private live streams, ask me questions, see my profit taking course. I do have a private Discord community. It's called the Shark Community, where you can join us and maybe become the next investor, become financially free with 6 to 7 figures. Join over 40 who have already done it. We have over 2,000 members. Great community. When I'm not here making videos, I'm over there talking to them. So if you're interested, I'll put a link in the pinned comments down below. But moving on, number 2 is Arkblock, which is a very good discount right now. I can't type today. So it's $2.53. The all-time high was very close to $5. This is almost half the all-time high. It's in Web3. It's in decentralized identity, also in AI. So it's a very versatile play. Okay, in my opinion, DID is going to replace KYC. I see Web3 eventually replacing Web2. I see a more decentralized internet taking place and decentralization as a whole growing altogether. It's a scaling solution. It's a DApp platform. And although the circulating supply only says 98.5 million, this is all you're ever going to see in circulating supply because the rest is locked. You pay for developers who want to build in this space. They have to hold the token to actually do it. So it has actual utility. Great play, great discount. Moving on, let's go to LCX, which is going to be a big player in RWA and DeFi. You see how I have a very versatile lineup. LCX right now is 19 cents. All-time high was 68 cents. Monty wrote the book on blockchain banking, also wrote the book on tokenization of assets. I see the future being a tokenization of assets. It's a very scarce, less than 1 billion total supply. The majority of it's in circulation, which means what? Less inflation. And when you talk about an exchange, especially with these stablecoins, that's not part of the US, that's not part of this regulation. I see eventually LCX, the exchange, getting more volume, getting more adoption, or at least more usage anyway amongst the people and whales who want to keep their funds safe. And I see the token growing as a result of the exchange growing. And also, they're tokenizing diamonds. They're going to be doing bonds. A lot of assets, trillions of dollars of assets. You want to be a blockchain bank. Definitely worth looking into. Let's keep going. Let's see what other discounts we can find. Everjone's another great discount. It's a DEX for base, the centralized exchange, 75 cents. The all-time high was around $2.50. This is down again, a lot from all-time high, because these discounts are just amazing. 36% in the past month. They're going to see people in a few months wish they could have bought this crypto at this price. Aerodrome, there's a lot of tokens coming out on the exchange, especially like Brett. Brett's on base. It's a very popular DEX, and it's also growing in TVL massively. First of its kind, backed by Coinbase, and I do see it growing in the future. Now, a lot of people who buy this token seem to like pass over the fact that it's inflationary. I said that in my first video, it's inflationary. So instead of crying about it, just understand what it is. And if it's a deal breaker to you, then stay away. But if it's not, then you buy the dips, right? There's plenty of other coins that are inflationary. Polkadot, Cosmos, Solana, Ethereum, to name a handful. There's plenty of inflationary coins, right? You just got to factor this in when it comes to their price action. Moving on to, since we're in DEXs, Pangolin PNG. Another great discount. It's at 36 cents. This is the multi-chain DEX for Hedera, Songbird, Flare, Ethmos, and Avalanche. Avalanche to me is a very big, growing, upcoming layer one. Hedera is also in full development mode, and Songbird and Flare are on the up and up, especially Flare. So a multi-chain DEX with almost 100% in circulating supply. They already announced they're not going to mint any more tokens, which is great. It has very, very few inflation, very scarce, 230 million coin cap. This thing can move very quick, which in fact it did. It went from 8 cents when we first got in to 85 cents, cooled off, and now, before this dip down the past month, it was consolidating. And they recently announced on Twitter they're coming out with a V3. They keep revamping the exchange and the UI, the user interface, which is very good. You want to see a very proactive team. And with Pangolin PNG, who did get a new leadership with their governance voting, is definitely putting PNG in the right light. And PNG to me is going to be a very good DEX. I think with the supply, the demand, and the scarcity, it's going to burn through dollars very quick. Moving on, let's go back to Web3. Florida, which is, close to the entry price we got in. I actually bought some more recently. It's at 18 cents. Web3 play, backed by Coinbase. It's in the intelligence niche. They advertise on their website of already saving numerous companies from hacks and, more importantly, losing money. When you think of a future in crypto, what do you think of? You think of mass adoption, right? What does that entail? I think of blockchain being an everyday thing. I think of clients having 401ks of crypto, and I think of, people using companies and services every single day. So what do you need when you have mass adoption? You need high level of security. You got to track the bad actors who want to hack, manipulate these systems. You want to track down and save these companies from losing tons of money. You also want to ensure customer safety, which ensures customer satisfaction. And with Florida, how they're very similar to Chainlink and the off-chain and the on-chain, and how they already have a proven resume of saving companies of hundreds of millions of dollars. I cannot see a future where Florida is not being used to a high extent. It's a 1 billion supply. It's very spread in the top 100, first bull cycle, and I think it has solid utility, very much needed utility for the future of crypto, for blockchain technology, and for companies that want to improve their security to keep malicious actors at bay. I cannot be any more bullish on Florida. I think especially at this price, you're going to see many people wish they got in. It already showed signs of ripping it when it went to 40 cents nearly about a few months ago. And I think it's only going to see more bullish price action as time goes on. Let's move on to PotentialTo. This is an AI, a little different. This is like one of my only AI cryptos. It's at a very good discount. When I first got into Tao, it was $660. I recently DCA'd and brought my average down in half. Very good discount, okay? The chart is one of the most bullish I've seen. It's got very low scarcity supply. It's only got 21 million supply. It mimics Bitcoin with the supply. And they're only going to have less than 10 million for this bull cycle. Their emission schedule is not going to have the full supply out. So when it comes to a low supply, strong price action and fair launch and trendy niche for AI. What do I see for PotentialTo? Upwards price action, and a lot of it. I wish I got in below $100. I missed it, but I'll gladly take it at this price. So if you're looking to establish a position, yes, it's expensive, but it's one of the best hedges, in my opinion. Aside from Casper, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and maybe Solana, I think PotentialTo is one of the best hedges, best large caps you could have in your portfolio at this time, especially at this price. Moving on, full disclosure, I recently sold this for PotentialTo. Okay, I didn't want to have too many cryptos. PotentialTo was safer. However, Say is still a very good coin, especially at this price. If you've been looking at it for a while and you're like, man, I ran up too much, it did. It went to $1.15 and dumped massively. They had so many unlocks and they started diluting the supply a little bit. Now it's getting back to where I originally got into it, which was around 25, 20 cents. So if you're looking to establish a first position, even though I'm no longer holding it, I still think Say is very bullish. There's plenty of coins that I don't hold or that I sell for other coins that I'm still bullish on. So I still think Say is a great option for a layer one that's VC backed that has pretty much bottomed out before another rip up. So Say is backed by a lot of VCs. They got a former Robinhood software engineer and a former Goldman Sachs investment banker who founded them, who are trying to scale DEXs specifically. They have a very fast finality rate, one of the fastest in the entire crypto market, and they're very scalable as a result. So Say is definitely one to look for, and that's to your watch list for this cycle. Moving on, I saw another great discount, Math, which is right below 26 cents. This is backed by Binance. It's a Web3 wallet crypto and also a dApp platform. Their business model is one of the best I've seen. They burn tokens from time to time. They recently did it back in March, I believe. They have a 200 million coin cap, which is very scarce, and a little more than half in circulation. And right now, it's at a 30 million market cap. That's a very low market cap. FTV is a little less than 52 million. The all-time high was a lot higher than this, but this is a bottomed price. A bottomed price. Definitely a great discount. You can check out their Math App Store. They have it right here over here. I think Web3 is the future. I think Web3 wallets are only going to keep growing in popularity. And I think NAP token is going to be a very good investment for this cycle. Moving on, we got Goldfinch Protocol, GFI. Another great discount. It went to, I believe, over $6 this year. I saw this thing freaking rip. Yeah, it went to, well, it says $5 here on CoinMarketCap, but they're always wrong with the numbers. They have over 70% circulating supply, by the way. This is also wrong. It's a larger market cap, but this is backed by Coinbase, backed by BlackRock. They actually have two members of the BlackRock Council, and one of them was a former managing director on the council for GFI. Goldfinch, which I think is recently moved to Base. They're still in DeFi, RWA. It's a lending protocol. I think GFI is going to surprise many people. A lot of people tend to write it off when they defaulted on a few loans with their clients. To me, I saw that as FUD that deserved buying the dip, which I did at that time. GFI, which is at a very good discount, is a little bit expensive. I get it. But first bull cycle in DeFi, in RWA, very good connections, backed by Coinbase, backed by BlackRock. I think GFI is the future. Goldfinch Protocol will be a big, heavy hitter this cycle. Moving on, let's find some more cryptos. Render is another good AI play that I'm not holding that I think you guys should look into if you've been looking to establish a position. So Render right now is $7.49. It was recently $13. So think of this as a 50% discount because it pretty much is close to that. In the past month, down 25%. It was over $10. Render is a play that I also think is a blue chip, somewhat of a hedge. It's a 2.9 billion market cap. Full dilution is 4 billion. So this is pretty much a mid to large cap. But it's an AI. They recently migrated to the Solana chain, which is very bullish. And if you believe in AI, strong AI play, to maybe add some diversity, some hedge to your other plays, I think Render at this price is a very good discount to be looking at. Personally, I don't hold it. I don't have plans to add it to my portfolio, at least at this time. But I mean, this discount's pretty good. So Render is definitely a safe play. And when it comes to a portfolio, you want to have some safe large caps, some safe mid caps. Then you can have some riskier low caps, some meme coins. And I think Render's a very good one. It's only a 532 million supply. It's not the most scarcest, but it's also not a very large supply either. And I think Render, with the chart looking as bullish as it is going to have a very, very, very good bull cycle. And I think even at this price, is still a steal for this AI crypto. Moving on, we got Quant, which I know is probably going to get a controversial reaction, but I still like Quant. It's at $75. A lot of people would have wished to see this again, especially if they were in the 2022 bear market when we've been buying it below $50. It's a 913 million market cap. FDV is 1.125 billion. It's an ISO coin, but more importantly, it's focused on interoperability, merging ledgers, DLTs, or blockchains. And I still see a future where DLTs are going to be interconnected for massive everyday use, whether it comes from retail adoption, enterprise adoption, whether it's transacting on it, doing NFTs, smart contracts. I just see a lot of benefits from every single layer one, and some of them have drawbacks to where you got to have this interconnectability. And it has less than 15 million total supply, a very good business model, a good leader in Gilbert Verdian, and over 70% of their supply allocated to the public. So even though it has low trading volume right now, I think at this price, it's going to have a very good recovery, and I think it's going to surprise many people in the cycle. Even though it's been having low interest the past 6 months, I think Quant is still a very safe, good play for this cycle. Moving on, we got Cryptex Finance, CTX, another great discount, $2.65, a fully diluted market cap of 26.47 billion. This is a micro cap. It's in the DeFi space. The founder, Joseph Stico, announced they recently had a partnership with Chainlink. They're tracking the total market cap of the crypto market. They're trying to be the ETF type crypto for the crypto market. And I think that Chainlink partnership, which they announced at a Dubai event, was very big. It's got a very low supply, 10 million. They recently added about 600K to the circulating supply. The top wall, just put that in there. So now they have roughly 66% in circulation. The inflation's going down. The price is dipping even more. This is a great discount to buy a micro cap crypto that I think is going to surprise many people by the end of this cycle. I think DeFi is the future. I think CTX is in a great position to scale. And I think that partnership with Chainlink was not a small partnership. And I think we'll be revealing it in due time when it comes to the price action. Anyways, these are my top crypto that I think you guys should look into for July 2024. Obviously, we went over many crypto. I do not expect you guys to look and buy each one. I'm just giving you guys a variety, different options to look into yourself and see whether you want to get none of these, one of these, two of these, three of these, five of these, whatever you decide is best for you in your situation. But anyways, now I want to hear from you. Are you bullish on any of these cryptos? And if so, which one of these right now are you looking to add to your portfolio? Drop your comment down below and let me know. If you enjoyed this video, please give a like. Really helps so much. That being said, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.